if you want to know how to make randomly spawning jump boosters, make sure to watch the whole video and like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. And also stay tuned because there's going to be more parts to this tutorial of how to make a jumping simulator. So what we're going to do first is we're going to create a folder in the replicated storage, and we're going to call it Jump Boosters. And then we're going to create a part in the workspace, and we're going to make it, you can turn it into a ball. And you're going to make it size 6,6,6. A ball. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and call it, it's going to call it common, because this is the jump booster I want to spawn the most. And I'm going to color it green. You'll see what I mean later when I say common, but yeah, we're going to work to that. And I'm also going to get a particle effect, just so you know, give it a bit, just make it look a bit better. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go green, and then we'll go and we'll shade it. We could go to blue. And does that work? Yeah, okay. Now we're going to just reduce this to 0.5, 0.75. And there we go. And I'm also going to name, I'm going to put in a number value, and I'm going to say jump increase. I'm going to set that value to 10. I'm going to use this value so later on I'm going to make it so if you touch this, it will increase the jump stat by this value. So let's go ahead and move on. We're going to create a part. This is going to be the zone of where we want these boosters to spawn. And also we need to drag this and dump it in jump boosters. Now I'm going to make this back, turn it back to day real quick. Time of day equals 8. We're going to expand it. Also, we need to make this a can collide off and anchor so it won't fall. And we are going to do the same thing for this. And we're going to call it spawn zone. Well, I'm going to say spawn booster zone so it won't be confusing. Spawn booster zone. We're going to add a script. We're going to add we're going to add the zone script where we spawn the boosters right now. We're going to go ahead and call it spawn booster. And then before we do anything, just want to let you guys know what I'm about to do. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it spawn in a random position. I'm going to make this transparency a bit lower. I'm going to make it spawn in a random position that's inside the box. And basically how I'm going to do this is, with a part in Roblox, the center position, basically the position is at the very center of the block, if you didn't realize that. And looking at the size here, since the size is, we're going to make it 88 on the x-axis, this basically means that, since this is x-axis, it's basically 80 is 44 to the left and 44 to the right. Yeah, so the distance is basically half on each side. Size is basically half on each side. And that's for the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis. And so we're going to use that in a second in order to spawn boosters at a random position. Before we do that though, we need to add two number values. I'm going to call cycle. We're going to first call the first one cycle. And then the second one, debris time. The cycle is going to basically do is basically going to determine how often it's going to spawn a booster, and the freeze time is going to determine how long it stays until it gets destroyed. So for this situation, I'm going to say 0.5, and then the freeze time is 10 seconds. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say while wait cycle script dot cycle dot value do, and also we need to define the folder. So local folder equals game dot replicated storage dot, let's call it jump boosters, and we're also going to make the script. We're going to make the parts transparency 1, so you don't see it in actual gameplay, but you can see it in the Roblox Studios when you're not, playing it. So what we're going to do is we are going to create a clone of the booster. Local clone equals folder dot common dot clone dot position, well, not position, clone dot parent equals workspace. And now we are going to go ahead and create, basically we're going to go ahead and determine the position of the part. In order to do that, we're going to say local size x, size x is going to be script.parent.size.x divided by 2. And then we're going to copy and paste that, except we are going to change it to the y and z axis. So y, z, y, z. This is important because we are just determining basically the area where we can spawn the jump booster. Basically what zone, what areas, so basically what's the area where we can spawn it. And we're going to use that we're going to use this by putting into math.random. So what we're going to do is local random x equals math.random, and then we're going to use the negative size x, comma size x. So what this is doing is basically saying it can spawn basically for this situation, it can spawn 44 to the left of the original position, which is right in the center, all the way up to 44 to the right of the center of the position. So this is how it basically works. And then we're going to copy and paste it for the z and y axis. And then we can say clone dot position is going to equal script dot parent dot position plus vector 3 dot new random x, random y, and random z. And this should work. And yeah, it does work. It's picking a random position in the zone of the part. It does work. But it doesn't 100% work yet because we didn't give it a hit detection. We didn't give it a script to boost your jump stat when touched. So we can fix that by saying, great, let's say touch script. I'm going to say script.parent.touch.connect. And this is going to be for the jump booster. I'm going to parent that. I'm going to clone it and put it in a jump booster when it's when the spawn booster zone creates it. This is not going to be for the zone itself. So function hit. And then we're going to say local hit, well, not local hum, equals hit dot parent dot find first child. Can I not spell say humanoid? if hum, then we're going to check if the player exists, and we can do that by saying if local player equals game.players get character, we'll get player from character, and we're going to say hum.parent. And if that's true, if plur, then local lead equals plur dot find first child leader stats. If the leader stats are there, then local jump equals lead dot jump stat, and then jump stat jump dot value equals script dot parent dot, what is this called? Yeah, script dot parent dot jump increase dot value, and then destroy the part. And this is a function. As soon as we give the script, as soon as we clone it and put the script in the cloned jump booster. So we're going to say local script clone equals game, not game, yeah, game equals script dot parent dot touch script touch script clone. We're going to say script clone dot parent equals clone, and then we're also going to give the clone, we're going to do game.goodreads for the clone because I accidentally forgot to do that. So clone, and then script.retime, and this will just make it so that the clone won't last forever. It will destroy after a certain amount of time. So if I go ahead and click play here, and I go and walk over to this, it should work. Wait, did I mess something up? Oops, I need to put script dot the retime dot value. There we go. That should be the only mistake though. That should be the only mistake. Let's actually do it this time. Okay, there they go. They're all spawning right now. You just gotta go walk over. Quick. Wait, what? Oops, okay. That was another mistake. Jump dot value plus script dot parent. Yeah. We don't want it to equal the jump increase value. You want to add on. And I just forgot to do that. To add that little part of the code. Now it works. Show me what I want. There we go. Yeah, now it works. You can collect them and they will boost your jump height. If you want to take this even further, which is why I put common over here, you could create it, you could basically make it so it's like a draw what the zone will spawn. So basically what I could do is I could duplicate this, and I could call it rare, pull it out here, and I can just go ahead and change its color. Come out. And I can make its color purple, for example. Well, I'll make it lighter and turn back to day. And we are going to change the particle emitter too, just to make it look different. And no. We're going to color sequence this. And pink, and then pink and purple. Like that. Okay, we got this. And we can change this jump increase to 30. Drop it down, put it back in jump boosters. Then we can go to spawn booster again, and we can just copy this real quick and delete it. And then we can go ahead and say local boost, or random boost, equals game dot workspace, nothing, math dot random, and we can go 1, 100. And so what we could do now is do if random boost is greater, well, if it's less, well, if it's greater or equal to 1, and it is less than, if random boost is less than 70, then we could say, we're going to take this and put this out. Oops. We're going to take this and put the parent out here. We'll say clone.com. Basically, we're going to say, basically create a common jump booster. And then we're going to say if else if, because you know this is an if statement, else if random boost is if random boost is greater or equal to 70, that's at 60, 70, then local clone is going to equal the rare variant of the jump booster. And actually, I did this sort of wrong. We need to have the local clone outside of this if statement, because if it's local here, basically the variable will only exist in this section of the script. It won't exist outside the if statement. So we need to make sure to fix that and put it in the while loop part of the section, so everything will be able to get access to it. Local clone is going to equal, changing it right now, and the game's telling me I have an error. If statement, what? Oh, I need to have that here. And actually, I'm not going to equal, I'm just going to make it equal, I think. Let's go ahead and try that out. And this should work as well. Yeah, walk over here, and it's spawning mostly greens, but every once in a while it'll spawn in a purple one, and it'll give you extra jump. So you click this, 30. If I click the green one, 10. Quite simple, actually. And also, if you realize the jump, basically the growth of my jump is quite big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the growth of my jump by going to my jump server script and creating a local jump multiplier. And this is just going to multiply the jump int value by a certain amount, and then it's going to set that to the human jump power. So in this situation, I'm going to say it's going to equal jump multiplier. How do I spell multiplier? Hold on. Multiplier. Okay, there. Yeah. So I'm going to say cube.jumpPower is going to equal jumpInt.value times jump multiplier. And I'm going to copy this and put it over here too, because what this is going to do is say basically we're going to basically take the jump int value and multiply it by half, and then give the human.jump power. We'll give the humanoid that amount of jump power. So right now, if we start the game with 50, it will half it, and then say your jump power is equal to 25. And actually, we can make this even simpler and say, instead of having this here, we could just say jumpInt.change.connect function, and then we're going to say jump. We're just going to copy this right there, and it'll work. We don't have to have it down here. We just put it up here, and it should work just the same. So we fall down here. Right now it's pretty low. It's like in the 30s because the jump growth is now smaller than before. And it's also very tweakable now. You can now, if you really want to do and want to make it really low, you could change it to, I don't know, 0.0, we could do 0.01, and it should work. The jump is basically nothing. So that was a quick tutorial on how to create a jump booster and how to make it spawn in the world. Hope you liked the video. make sure to like and subscribe to see more content like this in the future.